Once upon a time, in a bustling village nestled between mountains and rivers, there lived a man named Koji. Despite his cheerful demeanor, Koji often found himself burdened by anxious thoughts and worries that clouded his mind like a dense fog. He would spend sleepless nights pondering over mistakes of the past and uncertainties of the future, unable to find peace. One day, weary from his mental turmoil, Koji heard tales of an old Zen master who resided in a serene temple at the edge of the village. Known for his wisdom and ability to bring clarity to troubled minds, the master was said to have a unique way of dispelling negative thoughts. Determined to find solace, Koji set out on a journey to meet the Zen master. Upon reaching the temple, he was greeted warmly by the master, who invited him to sit in the peaceful garden. "I am troubled by constant bad thoughts," Koji confessed, his voice tinged with despair. The Zen master smiled gently and offered Koji a cup of tea. As they sat together, the master began to tell a story. Once, there was a young warrior who was filled with anger and resentment towards his enemies. His thoughts were consumed by thoughts of revenge, and he could find no peace. He sought the guidance of a wise old man who lived high in the mountains. The old man listened patiently to the warrior's tale of woe and offered him a challenge, continued the master. He handed the warrior a handful of grains and instructed him to scatter them in a nearby stream. Perplexed but willing, the warrior followed the old man's instructions. As he scattered the grains into the rushing waters, his mind began to quieten. With each grain released, a burden lifted from his heart. By the time the last grain had left his hand, the warrior felt a sense of lightness he had not known before. "Through your thoughts are like these grains," the old man explained gently. "They can weigh you down if you hold on to them. Instead of focusing on the bad thoughts, let them go like the grains in the stream. Embrace the present moment, and you will find peace." Moved by the story, Koji realized the wisdom in the master's words. He resolved to practice mindfulness and to let go of negative thoughts as they arose, just as the warrior had released the grains into the stream. In the weeks that followed, Koji visited the Zen master regularly, learning to observe his thoughts without judgment and to cultivate a sense of inner calm. Gradually, the fog of anxiety lifted, and Koji discovered a newfound clarity and peace within himself. From that day forward, Koji lived his life with a lighter heart, focusing on the beauty of the present moment, rather than dwelling on past regrets or future uncertainties. And whenever he found himself overwhelmed by bad thoughts, he would remember the old Zen master's words and release them like grains into the flowing stream of life.